Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to talk about the upcoming Lilo and Stitch remake, which a lot of people seem to be excited for, but it has taken a bit of a turn because it turns out Gantu, Captain Gantu, is going to be removed from the live action remake, which people were pretty upset about actually. So here's an article from Inside the Magic talking about it. So the article starts with, "We are less than a week away from the world premiere of Disney's newest live action remake, Lilo and Stitch. Based on the 2002 animated film, Lilo and Stitch tells the story of Lilo, a lonely young Hawaiian girl being raised by her older sister Nani. Lilo wants nothing more than to find a real friend, so Nani decides to get Lilo a dog. Little does she know that dog Lilo decided to adopt and name Stitch is actually Experiment 626, a genetically engineered alien life form whose only purpose is to cause destruction." So yeah, it's been a Disney classic for over 20 years now, and it was probably going to put their live action remakes back on top, especially after Disney Snow White flops. So we have more synopsis here. Stitch was created by Dr. Jumba Jukiba, and when Stitch escapes, he is commanded by the United Galactic Federation to go to Earth and with the help of Agent Pleakley retrieve Stitch. After Jumba and Pleakley struggle to get their hands on Stitch, the Grand Councilwoman sends Captain Gantu to do the job. Captain Gantu is the animated film's main protagonist and is considered the real villain. Oh, it says protagonist. I think they meant antagonist. Let's just move on from that. He has no qualms about potentially hurting people on Earth if it means that he can put Stitch in chains. Due to his carelessness and willingness to hurt humans, Captain Gantu was fired. The animated film would not have been the same without his character, which is why fans are shocked to learn that he will not be in the live-action remake. And here we have some people on Twitter reporting this, like the Hollywood Handle. And it goes on to say, "We do not know why Disney chose to eliminate the main protagonist? He's not the protagonist, Lilo is. That's so weird. Okay, whatever. The main antagonist from Lilo and Stitch, but it is possible that it decided that Jumba and Pleakley were the only antagonists the live-action remake needed. It is also possible that Disney was looking to cut costs, so they decided to remove characters. Yeah, they would need CGI to make Gantu, and they already have Jumba and Pleakley using human disguises, probably to limit the CGI necessary, but it is still kind of sad to see. I'm assuming that also means they're going to basically rewrite some of the movie at least, because towards the end of it, Gantu becomes a pretty big part of the plot. So maybe they'll just replace him with Pleakley and Jumba, or maybe just rewrite a whole new ending. We'll have to see. It's coming out this week. But anyway, it goes on to say, while the success of the live-action remakes has always been relatively assured, the last live-action remake, Snow White, was a massive flop, and the Mouse House will lose an estimated $100 million on it, so the company could have decided to be a bit more frugal with future remakes. Yeah, I understand wanting to cut costs and probably bring down the overall budget of the film. I just do think it's a shame that we had to lose Gantu in the process. But whatever the reason, fans have flocked to social media to share that they are not happy about it. Yeah, same, honestly, same. I knew this movie was looking too good. I just knew that they would mess it up somehow. Big time disappointment not having Captain Gantu. I'm sure it'll be a fun movie, but really bummed by this news. So these are just what some people are, some people on Twitter are expressing. Others pointed out that Captain Gantu was not only the animated film's main, I don't know why they keep saying protagonist, that's so weird. Are they doing it intentionally? Because obviously he's the antagonist, but I'm just gonna push past that. But also key to how the Grand Councilwoman was portrayed. The Grand Councilwoman will be in the live-action remake and will be voiced by Hannah Waddingham, so it will be interesting to see if Disney needed to rework her character without Captain Gantu in the mix. Yeah, and I imagine they're gonna have to rework multiple parts of the film too, in order to accommodate him not being there, so maybe the Grand Councilwoman will be more of a villain, or maybe it'll just be Jumba and Pleakley and her portrayal will be relatively intact. Who knows? I know they got rid of him for budget reasons, and for Jumba to possibly fill his role as the antagonist, but Gantu served as a contrast against the Grand Councilwoman. She tried to see the good in others, while Gantu went to extreme lengths and eventually goes against their orders. Yeah, I don't know if removing him is gonna work. I mean, I do still think this movie is gonna do pretty well. I mean, Stitch is popular here and all over the world, so it'll probably just do well anyway, but a part of me does wonder about, if this was the best call. This is not the first time Disney's live-action Lilo and Stitch has faced backlash from fans, but not simply because it is another remake. Fans were equally disappointed when they learned that Disney had cut the scenes where Jumba and Pleakley disguised themselves as women in an attempt to blend in with Hawaiian locals, and this was probably replaced with them just having those holographic disguises. I'm not sure if it'll work as well in live action anyway, because, and again, this is probably just to reduce as much CGI as possible. Director Dean Fleischer Camp said that he tried to make the iconic outfits fit into the movie, but things just didn't work. Instead, Jumba and Pleakley will look like regular humans. They are being played by Zach Galifianakis and Billy Magnuson, respectively. Maybe they could have had it that their, holograms portrayed different things, or went haywire or something. I don't know. I just hope Disney doesn't end up fumbling the bag with this one, because it actually looked decent. Lilo and Stitch will premiere in theaters nationwide on May 23rd. The film also stars Maya Kealoha as Lilo, Sydney Agudong as Nani, Courtney B. Vance as Cobra Bubbles, and Kaipo Dupont as David. I'm sorry if I mispronounced any of those names. Chris Sanders also returned as the voice of Stitch, so that's fun. I think he might be the only returning voice. Are you disappointed to hear that Captain Gantu will not be in the new live-action Lilo and Stitch? Do you think his character is a key part of the story? That's basically how I end my videos. But yeah, that's the situation right now. I am admittedly disappointed, and I do think that he was a major aspect of the original movie, and I guess I'm interested in seeing how they make it work without him, but still disappointed. I did hear a rumor that the new antagonist was going to be Cobra Bubbles, but I haven't seen any evidence of that, and I hope it isn't true. I liked his character. It'll most likely just be Jumba and Pleakley, which still not the best option, but it is what it is. It saves money. I guess I'm not too surprised, but ultimately we'll have to see. I'm still hoping that Lilo and Stitch will at least be decent. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Do you think it's not a big deal? Do you think it is a big deal? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. But I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. Before I go, I want to give a shout out to our members: Tyrant Carnivore, Shiny Orc Boy, Depth Charge Media, Samaru163, Gabby Hime, Verdant Range, JVR, Equestron, Norman Sweet Cream, Way Beyond Coincidence, Hunter Rose, 80s Nostalgia Guy, Felix Bam, Lucas Geist, J Draws, Meowsers, Sky, Philip, Isaac Martinez, Garcia XV Legend, Tobias Weller, Bandito Bane, Mac B909, Dakari the Professor, Todd McCaffrey, Omni Fair, Cavalcoj, Strider Exile, Phil C, Killer Bomb, Slawa Saporiguez, Entwined Boot 301, Griffin of Might, Frankie Camarillo, Datadyne Executive, Crimson Phantom, Jin the Goblin, Papa Hud 69, The Gengar King, and Daunter. Thank you for the support, and if you want to become a member, you can hit the join button next to the subscribe button. We also have Buy Me Coffee if you want to support us that way. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and that part's free. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.